Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for your patience. My video is not working today, so we haven't experienced some technical difficulties with my video. But welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Juan Vides, and the purpose what we're here for is simply to get to know each other. We say we're a relational organization, not a transactional organization. I like to say we like to be friends first, earn everybody's trust, and then we do the business. So it's really important that everybody does the one-to-ones, and I encourage those to continue to one-to-ones after the meetings, because that's where the magic happens and the business comes when you start making friends. So speaking of friends, I'd like to introduce my co-host, which is Meryl. How are you, Meryl?
Doing well. I'm Meryl Oshner, founder, chief storyteller, and commercial podcast producer with Smith Douglas Associates.
Excellent. And throughout the meeting, I'm going to be calling people on the question of the week. The people who I call on are my board advisors or my trusted board advisors for WOW. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can always ask them. So they'll be the folks who will be seeing the question of the week this week. So we'll start with our SEO director, Robin. How are you, Robin?
Good morning, everybody. Robin Shatskin, SEO director of WOW. And also Travel by Robin S. I want to make everybody go away.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start. What is the question of the week, Robin?
The question of the week is, what are you doing to change in 2023? What have you been doing, and how can WOW help you do that?
Okay, here we go. I'm going to open up the rooms. Hey, Robin. I'm gonna restart my computer. So
okay, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you're the co-host, right? You still co-host?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I will. Okay, I'll stay co-host.
All right,
and,
so
I'll be back.
I'm taking you up on switching rooms. Once you told me I should come back to switch to another room, so I'm back.
Okay, so we need to put Amy in a room.
Isn't this the room we're supposed to be in?
I guess.
And am I in your room, Rob?
So I guess, you know what? Welcome to my room.
I guess I am in your room. That's cool.
You're in my room. That's a wonderful thing. Don't switch out of my room. Please don't switch out of my room.
No,
Good morning, everybody.
This looks like a room to me.
Yeah,
this looks like a really great room.
It's a great room. So good morning, everybody.
The great room.
The great room. So,
the greatest room.
Hey, listen, we make it what it is. It's a wonderful thing. So good morning, everybody. So you know what? I'm going to start with Mark. Mark, first of all, good morning. Second of all, what are your plans? And I know it's really early in the year. What is your plan? Are you changing anything moving forward for 2023? And how can WOW help any of those changes?
Yeah, right now, my biggest thing is, instead of going directly for clients, I'm creating strategic alliances with people that share similar clientele, but non-competitive.
What is it that you do?
So I do business coaching.
So it just says your name.
But I work with the business owner's mindset, and I help them create a profitable business to feed their life and lifestyle.
And Mark, make sure that you put what it is that you do next to your name.
Okay.
So that we can change that. So yeah, so that's definitely what you put who you're looking for. So that's important. That's a great idea. So Joel, I know that you're always got something going on. So are you trying anything different and new for 2023?
Yes, I am actually. So I have space for one more one-on-one coaching client, and then I'm not coaching one-on-one anymore after 2023. And everyone's going into my membership. So I've increased the price of the membership and increased the value of the membership. In fact, 10 out of the 12 guest experts that have recorded videos for my membership are from WOW.
Really? How that is talk about a story. So we need you to write that. Yeah, another assignment. Don't ask me how many characters, don't ask me how many words, just write the freaking thing and send it over to me, please, so that I can post it. But
Easy.
that's really amazing. So that just
Yeah,
shows, I
Patty
guess, that,
Scallon and Howie Mann and
oh, that's
on and on.
wonderful.
Yeah, we got a lot of guest experts. So it's and then the members have manifested $1,082,000 as of yesterday. So
Wow.
it's, I don't know if you guys know the meaning of manifestation. Everybody know the meaning of manifestation?
Yes, it's the thing that I always want to do and never seem to get around to.
So
Like
manifesting
laundry.
is when money comes in by surprise. It's not like I've been working on a client for 6 months and then he or she finally signs up. It's a surprise money that comes in.
Always good.
I have a little bit different view on manifesting. For me, it's always there. You just open up your eyes and see it all of a sudden.
Okay, well, that's definitely a conversation that the two of you can have. Raul, good morning. So are you making any changes in 2023, and how can WOW help you?
I'm trying to spend less time with leads that don't pan out, really. I seem to get a lot of potential clients that end up not closing because it's, I'm too expensive for them, basically. And so I want to sort of narrow down to just better clients.
And I think, that's interesting, because that's something that definitely, and Amy will, we're going to talk about what you've got going on for a while. But Raul, it's very interesting, because one of the issues that I have as well is that I have to learn how to qualify the clients that I spend more time with, to make sure that they are, and I think everybody probably struggles with that, because for me, it's about my vetting process. I guess that's really what I'm going to be working on this year, and identifying, because one of the issues I have, I cannot take on any more destination weddings. I never thought I would say that, but I am overwhelmed with the amount of work that I have this year. So I'm being much more strategic about what I'm choosing to do, so that I can keep the quality of my product at the level that I want it to be at. It's not about not wanting more business. It's that there are certain types of business that are time suckers for me. So I think that being a better qualifier of where I spend my time. And it seems, Raul, and even Mark, that seems to be a theme, is figuring out who we want to go after and who we really want to work with, and not the people that, are sucking our time. And Amy, that's a perfect segue into you, only because I know that that's been an ongoing issue for you.
It is indeed. And Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Excuse me. So 2023 is about regrouping, reorganizing, and breathing, and taking things, like you said, just one step at a time, and not getting bogged down, overwhelmed, and swept away by the craziness and everything that's coming at us. The past couple of years have been really crazy with Rock and Roll. We're a hunger organization, and we're all volunteer. And we recover food and get it to folks in need, is what, for those that don't know. So we're going to spend the next couple of months not rebuilding our brand, because our brand is our brand, but organizing our brand and getting it to be more of a fine-tuned, smooth engine, gliding through doing what we do, because there's been a lot of transition, a lot of people coming and going, and COVID just keeps knocking us down. Every time we're about to get up and take a step forward to put ourselves out there at some shows and things, there's a new variant. There's three, there's the flu, the coronavirus, the RSV, and all of these things. And our volunteers don't want to, understandably, be standing out in front of people. So we're going to take this time and regroup and get ready for the summer, and come back strong in the next couple of months.
Well, another cool thing that Amy's done that I'm so jealous. I'm like getting all this positive energy from all of you. is that your organization, you redid your office. It looks absolutely
Oh, can you
gorgeous.
see a little bit? I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see.
You know,
Yeah,
this is a
I've
big
been shut down in construction, but I'll give you a tour later if you like.
but it's really, but that, you know, but I know that was a major move
Huge.
forward for you, is just organizing your space.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, listen, we're all doing great things, and whatever, you know, whatever WOW can do, and continue to use the platform. And there's a lot of really great things coming. So, you know, hop on board, make sure that you stay current with what's going on with the new memberships, because there's a lot of things in there. They're going to help everybody, including a classified section and bulletin boards and calendars that are coming forward that may help everybody do what they need. That becomes a valuable resource. You know, I know that there are people looking for sales help, you know, those kinds of things that are going to be posted. So, you know, keep asking, keep working it, and let's you know, regroup. And if anybody needs one-on-ones, except, you know, Joel, and that's an amazing thing that you only have space for more, you know, one more you know, personal one-on-one. Congratulations. That's great. And just keep doing what you guys are doing. And we appreciate you so much. We appreciate you. So Raul, when you figure out your secret sauce for doing that, would you be happy to share? When you figure out how to do it, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the, you know, I always like helping people anyway. So, I mean, we'll spend, like, you know, if I get a net, you know, networking or an outreach, I will, because I like to help people at the same time, but it's gotten to a point where I can only do so much. And I really, yeah, it's just vetting early on.
Absolutely. Enjoy
Okay.
the rest of your meeting, guys.
I'm back.
Yay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Woohoo.
But unfortunately, I need a new camera. So that's what it comes down to.
Okay.
Let me just let everybody in.
Well,
And-
Juan, just go over to Micro Center and go buy a new camera.
Yep, that's pretty much, but not at the moment, but not right now, since we're in the breakout rooms. Okay,
You
so
could probably order it and have it delivered while you're
Yeah.
on the
Same day
call.
delivery on Amazon.
Mhm.
there you go, exactly. And we have our Tony. Do you want to introduce yourself and also the question of the week?
Sure. I'm Tony Wolotic. I'm a business lawyer with Ramundi Law PC. We serve as outside general counsel to small and medium-sized businesses, including litigation, counseling, contracts, you name it. We have our question of the week is, what are you looking to do differently, more of, whatever it is in 2023 for your business, and how can WOW help you out?
Okay, here we go, folks. Hey, Bob, how are you? Hey, Bob, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's everything?
I'm fine. I'm just on my way out to Las Vegas for CES.
Oh, wow. Yeah, enjoy. Say hello to my friends out there.
Yeah, there'll be lots of them there. Lots of them there.
I'm sure they will. Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, I just made you a co-host on the Zoom. So now you have the ability to pick any room you want. Yeah, you see that? It's kind of cool. So you can, anybody you want to work a network in, and you can join in.
Well, there's a few been calling me, but I've been.
It's okay.
I went off to Europe, and so I'm just back this morning, and
I would like to ask you if you would possibly consider, just consideration. I don't need an answer at the moment, but possibly helping us on a board of advisors, because you have a wealth of information, and you could certainly help us here with with this. And I know that you've been asked a lot, and I know you're busy, but again, this is
Well,
on your own.
I'm getting rid of things I don't like, and
Right.
one of them specifically I don't like is I just don't enjoy I've been involved with a lot of these big tech companies that want to look at the future and all that, and that's bullshit. That's just technology jargon.
We're trying to help people here.
I've just walked away from 3 of those, so
Wow.
I'm getting back to more of the fundamentals, why business works, how people, what's going on in the world, and how we can link and move forward. Yeah.
And Bob, I'm using altruism in business, which is really unique. Not a lot of people do that. It's very different and unique to have a altruistic spirit in a business setting. So that's the type of culture that I'm developing.
I'm tired of telling me that the world is coming to an end. If the world's going to come to an end, then I want to make certain that I'm the last guy standing, I guess. I don't know.
No, but I tell people you can't worry about that. You got to live your life, because you only get one life, right? So worry? Why worry? You gotta enjoy life. And listen, the world could end tomorrow, today, now, but at the end of the day, you look back, you enjoyed it, and it's all about having fun and people. I don't know why they get all worked up for no reason.
Yep. I think you've got a good nucleus of people in and around the New York area. I'm just wondering whether we should be looking at some other areas of the United States.
My goal is to take this national, and with your help, I know we could, and we could expedite this much quickly, because my thing is, like, it would take me, I would say, X amount of years to get there, but with your help, I know we could take this into the
Well,
next
I know
level.
Buffalo is a good area, upstate New York. I know that Chicago is a good area. I know Toronto is an excellent area. Gracious.
And listen, there's no reason
why
one
of the biggest tech hubs in the country. Yeah, no question.
And Bob, what's really interesting about WOW, and I'll tell you what's interesting, there's been other organizations very similar like this that are been there for years, 30, 40 years, networking group, right?
Well, they've ossified.
Right, falsified, you're correct. and that came out through COVID, because you think of all these organizations that members pay a lot of money and their dues and all that stuff. Yeah. COVID comes and they're not doing anything, where these organizations that have been there for years.
AMA is a real good example out of Chicago, the American Marketing Association. They're dead.
And they should have been there for the members. They should have been there. And I was there. So I did this out of my own pocket for 3 years. I funded WOW out of my own pocket and helped make a lot of people a lot of money. And now the stepchild has become the first child. Now WOW is getting more attention, because the truth is that I wasn't looking for this to make a business. I was just helping a group of friends get more business. And now it's become
it's a business. Yeah,
it's a business. It's becoming, we are an LLC. We got incorporated in Delaware. So we have an LLC.
Okay.
We have a board of advisors.
Yeah.
We are speaking to other places, and we do want to take this national, just so you know. Yeah. So we want to make this grow.
Well, there's a few very large groups here in Canada. One's called Tech Connect, which I got started. I guess it's 300 or 400 tech companies here in the Toronto area alone, which meet both Zoom and physically, so it's a combination.
So Bob, like I said, if there's something you can consider, I would love to have you on the team.
Yeah, I'll think about it while I'm away, and I'll let you know in a couple of weeks. Yeah,
but the one thing I gotta tell you, this is right up your alley, because we're disruptive in a positive way. We're disruptive because you think about it, we're stepping into a $52 billion industry that, again, goes to my point. In COVID, the leaders, the head leaders of these industries didn't do the right thing or the right job for the members. That's where I stepped in. And listen, we get about 60 to 80 people every week at WOW. Nobody consistently, but nobody else is doing that.
That's right. That's right. Oh, no, I'm more than aware of that. Yeah.
So again, I did this in 3 years where these organizations had 30 to 40 years to do this. I accomplished something in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And we're gonna blow this out of the water because we're innovating, creating something new. We're gonna start interviewing podcasts. We're leveraging technology and
Yeah.
bringing it out to the networking world.
Well, let's chat about this one because I have a group here in Canada that I think we could very quickly have an international presence.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
And they represent, many of the well-known companies. It's really funded by 3 of the banks here in Canada who are interested in innovation and banking. Banks and insurance companies are always good people to have on board.
Absolutely. And Bob, you certainly wowed me today. And I do apologize for not being on camera. My camera broke today.
Oh, that's
so
bad.
I have to go to Best Buy and or get a new one. But it's
Get a
either
new
way.
one. Get a new one.
Yeah, I have to get a new
Yeah.
one. So
Don't get a high tech because they're banned in America now.
oh really? Oh yeah, the high techs. Yeah. That's funny. But no, it's definitely and I look
Okay,
forward
yeah,
to
I'll
this
keep
one.
in touch. Thanks, Juan.
You got it. And we're gonna close
Okay,
the room.
thank
So
you.
no worries. You got it. There you go. We're gonna actually we got about 15 seconds to come back, and we're gonna go into the breakout rooms again. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, no, hang tight. But at least this way, and you know what's cool? We put the names and title people to make it really easy for people to connect.
Yeah.
Here it is. 3, 2, 1.
One gone.
Okay, there we go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And again, I do apologize for everybody. Thank you for your patience. I experienced some technical difficulties with my camera. I have to go out and Best Buy and buy a new camera today, so it's all good. Welcome back. Oh, what has just happened? Is everybody back? Or still?
Most of the people are back on.
What?
We only have 19 here, 20.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. We just experienced all sorts of technical difficulties over here. Okay.
Well, it keeps on growing, 27 and all that.
Oh, they're just coming back. It's just there's a little bit of a delay. So yeah, coming back.
Wow.
And while everyone's coming back, please make sure that if you haven't put it in there, please put what it is that you do next to your name so that when you get into your breakout rooms, it's great. Welcome back. Happy New Year, Bob.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And Mr. Donovan, good to see you.
Oh, thank you so much, Robin. Great to see you. I am so glad to be back. One of my New Year's resolutions is to attend as many WOW meetings as possible.
Hey, what's better
Robert,
than that? Yeah,
Robert.
but let's just make sure that you put what it is that you do because you're such a superstar, rock star in your description, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
I will.
patience. We just experienced some technical difficulties here today, so I was thrown off today with my camera, and we're trying to get it to work, and we're thinking it was a Zoom, wow, and it ultimately, after doing my own tech support thing and changing the cables, restarting my computer a bunch of times, it turned out the camera's not working. So,
But look at what you're able to do, because even without the camera and everything else, a true professional knows how to pivot.
Yep.
And how to continue to
That's right. The show must go on, as they say. The show must go on.
Nothing stops us. Nothing stops us.
Nothing's gonna hold us down. All right.
Make sure it's plugged in and the power switch is turned on.
Yeah. That definitely certainly
okay.
helps. Hey,
Just
Joe.
don't update to
Joe.
Windows 11. That's all I gotta say.
Joe, can you please introduce yourself and question of the week, please?
Joe Saracelli. My company's Aging Issues. I deal with those issues we face after you turn 70. And the question of the week is, what are you going to be doing differently in 2023?
Okay, here we go, folks.
Well, you know what? The nice thing about what's going on right now is that we have a WOW logo in the background. And one of the fun things that just came out of all of this is talk about pivoting and dealing with what you have to do.
Oh, look at
Technology
us.
is a wonderful thing until it's not.
Yeah,
right?
but look at us as we. I mean, the thing is with me, I used to panic. I used to go crazy. I used to be like, oh my God, this and that. I don't panic anymore. I just, like right now, I went through the process, restarted my computer and restarted Zoom, restarted my computer, checked the cables, make sure everything's connected. Went through the whole process a bunch of times. And then ultimately, it was the camera was not working. So, I've learned that you have to just continue. You can't just stop everything. Where as somebody who's not experienced and I remember my first times too, when I used to have hiccups and all this stuff, I used to panic. But now since you are so numb to it because of the experience, it becomes easier. You know how to handle a situation, and I'm not stressed out. I'm calm. I was calm. I was just taking my time. I even got a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but it's
You know
also-
what? But the thing is, just because I wasn't like, oh my God, it's like, because we have 8 minutes in every breakout room. So I time myself. Okay, I give myself 8 minutes to diagnose the problem, and I did it within 5 minutes, and I had 3 minutes to spare to get coffee.
But that's a really interesting comment, because a lot of times, because I know, especially with tech to me was always like football time. That it's like there's only 2 minutes left in the game, but it takes 25 minutes. Never understood that. So tech was one of those rabbit holes that when you were trying to fix something, I love the idea that you gave yourself a time. And even if you're not on WOW, maybe that's definitely something that we can talk about, because I think that I tend to give too much time to things that I know are not going to have a positive outlook and a positive outcome. And one of the things that has been coming up is that a lot of people are moving forward for 2023 was, number one, reevaluating the leads and the clientele that they're spending time with, identifying what's going to be the best for them and not spending too much time on something that's not going to have a positive outcome. And the other thing is that I've noticed that a lot of people who've been coming to WOW for since the very beginning have these amazing stories that starting in 2023, these strategic partnerships that are helping them move forward, that the process works, and the people that they've been friends with and talking to, they're now relying upon and partnering with to make positive changes for 2023. So what is better to hear so early in our first real meeting of 2023 is that the people that have been networking together and getting to know each other have figured out amazing ways to help each other's businesses moving together in 2023. We're going to have some amazing stories for our WOW moments.
Absolutely. And I think by helping others, we help ourselves, and again, we help the people that, sometimes, and we've learned this, sometimes people do come through and some people come above and beyond. But what it showed us is it's kind of like the value. I always say, what value do you have? What value you bring? Particularly people that startups, that don't have any money, don't have any capital, okay? What they do is have information and data. That's sometimes worth more than gold. And I always say, there's a saying, whatever, you could feed a man a fish, you feed him for the day, you show a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And what we're doing here, I think, is we're teaching people how to fish for a lifetime.
And I think, good morning, Gene. And I think,
hey, Gene.
Good morning, Robin and Juan. Yeah, happy New Year. I got knocked out from my.
Don't worry about it. Things don't happen for a reason. There's a reason you're in here. So okay.
No, and it's very interesting because just when you think you've spoken to somebody and I in both breakout rooms, it's been really interesting how people who know each other had similar goals and similar action items on their list. Mm-hmm. And it's you talk about I'm looking at this our logo, and where, you know, I'm looking at that lightning and the ideas going to people. And one of the things, being part of the team that created this logo, more than ever, that lightning between idea and another person has become so vibrant and so active.
Yep.
And it's so great to see. It's great to listen to it.
Robin, I always say the O is for opportunities, and the light bulb goes off into opportunities. And the two magnets, the W's are magnets, which attracts people to each other. You see, this is done. You didn't know that.
Yeah, Gene, you're in the back end now here. You know, you're looking at going, oh my God, I've been looking at this logo now for a year, and I'm like, I never knew that. I never knew that.
So you never knew that the W's are magnets, and that magnets are what attracts people.
Beautiful logo, you know, very skillfully designed, and obviously the idea behind the logo and those magnets and the, you know, it's brilliant. So yeah.
Did you just realize those were magnets, or did you know those were magnets?
And it's funny because that was always it was kind of a kind of secret, not secret.
Subliminal.
It was very subliminal. And there's a lot of activity and a lot of thought goes into it. And
people don't realize that,
Gene, because now as you start looking at other logos that like kind of jazz you or that you're interested in, you're going to go, ooh, let me take a closer look at that. Maybe what's there.
Right. The FedEx logos, the big one, really the arrow.
Yeah, really great logos, but this is definitely going to be the year of the lightning bolt, I think, for WOW.
Yep.
And
amen to that. Look, I mean, the group is growing. Hopefully, more people are going to see the value. And as I said before, Juan and Robin, you know, I encourage you by all means at every Zoom meeting, every WOW meeting, stress to the members, hey, you know, you guys, you're here because you see the value, you enjoy the advice, expertise of all the people you can network and work with, hopefully. But you just spend like a second, you know, go online and put likes and some comments on the YouTube, you know, videos. I mean, that's how we're going to be able to get more and more traction, really expand it to more contacts all across the country. Yeah.
The one thing I want to do is how can we invite more people like your network, Gene? How can we help you invite your network of people? How can we help you? I mean, can we help you with some literature, flyers, anything to help you, you know, invite guests? Because one of the common problems that we have is that people say, oh, I tell people about WOW, but they don't really tell them or explain to them how WOW works. I think if people take the time to show them and bring value, I think they might be encouraged to come to WOW rather than just say, okay, I'll come, and they don't show up.
Absolutely, Juan. And, you know, look, I mean, I'm one of the strongest proponents, you know, of yourself, you know, in this wonderful network. You know, yeah, it's just a joint effort. You know, they need to spread the word to their network, you know, members, inviting them to come to the Zoom meetings, you know, the WOW meetings.
Yep.
And really, you know, meet the people and see the value that this brilliant, you know, and wonderful network has been so successfully bringing to the members. Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. How was that?
Wow.
Was wow.
Wow. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And do we have? Oh, Meryl. How are you? There you go, Meryl.
I am good.
You want to introduce yourself and question of the week, please?
Okay, I have introduced myself, but I will do it again.
For the new folks. For the new folks
who just came in.
Yes.
I am Meryl Oshner. I'm founder, chief storyteller, and a commercial podcast producer for Smith Douglas Associates. We help get your first podcast up and launched. And the question of the week today is, what are you doing different this year, and how can WOW help?
Okay, here we go. Hey, Charles. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
You still can't figure out what's wrong with your camera, huh?
No, the camera's broken. It's certainly broken because I tried 3 different wires, restarted my computer, and there's no connection. So I know there's nothing wrong with the wire. There's certainly cameras. It's no power. It happens. It's 3 years old, not meant to happen. Welcome back, everybody. How was that? Okay,
Wow.
Fantastic.
Great.
Absolutely.
That's
Um,
great.
Okay, before we go to our WOW wave, I would like to talk about our upcoming event that we have, and I'd like to have Shannon give the floor to Shannon so she to talk about the event. Shannon, take it away.
Sure. Good morning. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Good morning.
I'm sharing the
Oh, there
screen,
we
by the
go.
way. I'm sharing the screen, by the way.
So this handsome gentleman right here will be doing our next presentation for the WOW Real Estate Group, which will be next Wednesday, the 11th, 6:30 to 7:30.
Yep.
Please, as WOW members, help us, invite anybody that you know that may be interested. If they're in the real estate world, whether they do insurance, they're a realtor, they're a lender, they're a home inspector, they have a side business. We don't care if it's their main job or their side job. You have any family members who'd be interested, anybody who would be interested in this, we would really appreciate your support. We've been, we really want to get the awareness out there, and they'll probably invite a friend of theirs. So please don't be shy to share the link with anyone that you think would be interested.
Absolutely.
Put the link in the chat.
Yes. We will.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
And
you.
we want to say hello to Jesse. Yes, we want to say hello to Jesse. Jesse, go ahead. You want to say hello real quick to the group and just tell them about the presentation real quick?
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for the invite to do the presentation. I hope to educate people on a couple of things, a couple tips. Probably just like the top list of things on how insurance works when you're working with a person who's buying a house or refinancing a house. Little errors that people make, things that make their lives easier and avoid 1,000 crazy questions.
Yeah, thank you. And one of the things that we've guessed, and everybody's welcome to come, but if you are not in the real estate industry, I have a simple ask is to invite a friend who's a real estate agent. Everybody here knows a real estate agent. So if you decide to come, please bring a real estate agent because we're trying to get this real estate group to grow. And if you want to help us, the way you could come, please bring a guest who's a realtor. That's one of the ways you can help us. That if you're a non-realtor, if you want to come to him, you're welcome to come. But one of the asks that I have is please bring a friend from the real estate industry because that's what we need to grow this group. So I'm having to ask. If people ask me, how can you help? Bring a friend from real estate. We have about 50 people in this group right now. Everybody knows a realtor. Tell them about the event and listen to that. So now we're going to go to the WOW Wave, which is my favorite part. Robin, do you want to tell them a little bit about the WOW Wave?
Sure. The WOW Wave is your opportunity to give a shout out to somebody who has helped you close some business or who has helped you move forward and brought you some great things. This is not an opportunity to promote anything that you're doing right now. Please put that stuff in your chat. So all you have to do is raise your hand, and the way that you raise your hand is go to reactions. And if you click on reactions, you'll see that it says, raise hand. And we'll give you a call. And
there you go. And we'll start with Mark. Yeah, we'll start with Mark. Mark, go ahead.
Stop. And realize you have all the resources you need right here in this group. So
excellent.
A couple of shout outs. One is Daryl. I met with him, Daryl Haberman. We had a really nice talk about marketing and some things that are coming up. I had a great talk with Scott Silberglide, and we graduated high school together, so we were catching up a little bit, and that was really cool. I have a couple other people that I'm reaching out, and I just realized, to create strategic alliances, you have everything you need right here in this group. So I'm really focused more this year on reaching out to even more people within the group and creating alliances to see how I can help you.
Excellent. Thank you. Next, we go to Les. Les, you have your hand up.
Yes, I just want to thank Robin. I had a really good one-on-one with her.
so good that I met her husband and we did some business. So she's
Oh,
a great
excellent.
person. She's terrific, and so's her husband. Thank you,
Oh,
Rob.
great, good to hear. Next we go to Kapila.
Hello, everyone. Yes, Capilla Dat from Jovia Credit Union. I want to give a shout out to Belinda Watkins. She is in the Chamber of Commerce at Hempstead, and I went to her office and she opened the accounts with me. This is last week, and that was very nice of her. And she will be involving Jovia with a lot of upcoming events. So that I'm looking forward for. So
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's excellent. And guess what, folks? My video happens to work now. It just turned on by itself. So go figure. But I'm going to get a new camera anyway. It's always to have a backup. Michael, you have your hand up.
Yes.
Thank you, Kapila.
I like to acknowledge that I was just in Israel and I met with David Feinberg. He very nice to come to my hotel with his 5 children.
Wow. International.
He got to meet my son and one of my granddaughters.
That's excellent. That's a wow
That
story.
was sweet. It was very nice. We were very hectic time, and it was good that he came over. Nice meeting.
That sounds like a wow story. But we definitely would love to hear more about that. Robin, thank you for sharing. Robin, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, everybody. So I would shout out, obviously, right back to Les Wolf. You know, guys, absolutely. There's always a hidden treasure. You never know. And thank you so much for putting up with my special brand of crazy. Now you understand why my husband is the way he is. Also wanted to put, and stop laughing, Daryl. So also a shout out to Roy. I had my second one-on-one, and I highly recommend that you guys, it made a really big difference in my day and how I moved forward thinking about things. I'm looking forward to another one. So yeah, absolutely. Keep working all of those contents.
Thank you, Robin. Roy, you were mentioned.
Yes, you know, if you feel bad and you want to get your energies up, definitely speak with Robin. We met again, and you know, it goes stories, it goes all over, and it's just, you know, totally fun in the middle of the day. Regardless, you know, forget about business, just friendship.
Absolutely. And then the other thing is, we have Jan. Go ahead, Jan.
Okay, I just want to quickly thank Mark Siegel, Elliot Portman, and Scott Silberglide. They're all Zuma customers, and unsolicited, they all said nice things about my company and myself. And it's nice when you don't ask for that kind of solicitation and when people volunteer that on their own. So thank you, all three of you.
Excellent. And by the way, I put the Eventbrite in the chat, just so you know. Thank you, Shannon, for reminding me. I just, you know, this is what happens. You get caught up with a lot of things and trying to multitask. You forget about to put the chat. So I put the link in the chat so people could sign up. Daryl, go ahead.
Thanks, Juan. I wanted to throw that back out to Mark Siegel. Yeah, that was a great chat. If anyone's looking for someone who gets it and wants to work here in the community, Mark's great, not only as a hypnotist, but he's got some good cabinet making skills apparently too, that he'd love to tell you about. And then I don't believe he joined us today, but Mark Velez is a great guy. He's been in constant touch with me about an opportunity to work with his franchise, the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, and that's great. And then just quickly, for the folks that have expressed interest or have some curiosities around the January 18th New York City in-person event, there'll be more information to come. I'm enjoying putting that together with Robin and Craig as well. Thank
That
you.
will be a meetup, a wow meetup. Thank you. And also a final reminder, right after this meeting, we'll have a exploratory marketing committee. Everybody's welcome. And this is specifically focused for marketing group. And we're talking about best practices and things. So if anybody wants to come, they can stay immediately after. It's only half hour. And we're going to have that for the next couple of weeks. So you're more than welcome to join. We have Shannon. What was the question of the week, Shannon?
Question of the week is, what are you planning to do differently this year in 2023, and how can WOW help?
Okay, thank you. Here we go. Hey, Mark. Excellent. Hey. You're muted. Hold on a second. You're muted. Yeah, every time you come back in here, you're
Yeah.
muted.
So, and welcome back to your camera.
Yeah, it's
the
just one
wonderful
of those.
thing about technology. As we come towards this meeting always goes so incredibly fast, just when we
Yeah.
think that, there's plenty of time. I am just incredibly excited about the strategic partnerships that are
Oh, you don't even know. Just do me a favor. After this meeting, watch the replay. I had a conversation with our friend Bob Blaine.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So you'll watch the replay and I'll let you be surprised because he came up with some suggestions and ideas that I'm really, really excited to hear it. So
I think
watch the
the
replay.
three of us need to have a one on, a 2-on-1 or 1-on-2,
Well, actually, do you have access to the Zoom account? You have access to the Zoom account, right? The main login, because you can watch all the recordings there. Because I didn't, because of the technical difficulties, we didn't go live on YouTube. So the recording is being recorded in the cloud. All I have to do is upload it to YouTube later.
which is amazing. And it's really interesting because those YouTube recordings are actually quite valuable because there's a lot of information and a lot of things that I'm like, who was the one that so-and-so mentioned? And it's actually there.
You know what the cool thing about that is, that we have a backup on the Zoom. So when we get like maybe somebody like a Paul or somebody like that, they can go through our videos to edit it to get those spots. So always remember, just make a note of those moments that when you see those videos, any like wow moments, put the time frame and the name of the video, so that this way we can always look back to it and say, you know what, this could be great for editing, for marketing, promotional, because there are testimonials. There's a lot of great testimonials that people have given us.
And that's, what I love about what happens with WOW is I get off and I'm making all kinds of notes. And one of the biggest thing that seems to be coming up in all of the rooms that I've been in is that a lot of smaller business people are now looking to go after bigger fish. And that seems to be a theme going through a number of different industries, that their clientele on that lower to mid has kind of been capped, and now they're not thinking, they're thinking bigger, they're going after bigger, which is such an interesting pivot for for a lot of the conversations that we've had over the last year with some of our members, that they were very strategic and very focused on who they were going after, or who they do business with. And everybody from branding experts to legal counsel are now looking for bigger. They're no longer thinking small, they're thinking bigger, which is, I think, a very interesting change in today's, technology.
I think it probably makes sense because, let's just face it, because of, what happened with COVID and everything else, a lot of business went out of business, and there was a lot of opportunities out there. I'll give you an example. I went yesterday to that card store in Oceanside, the card store, the one in Oceanside. And I went in there for the first time, and I got to tell you something. I have not been in a card store in a while. You remember these card stores used to be in the mall. They used to be Hallmark, used to have their own store at the mall. All those gift shops, all this stuff disappear. And I'm saying to myself, how can this guy compete with the CVS and Rite Aid, who's right next door with all these cards? And you know what he said to me? Oh, we have 5 stores. We have no competition because we're specialty. So the fact that they're, very specific, and they have the nice big cards, the big
Believe and then I know exactly. It's funny. I walked into that one the other day for the first time as well, because we all have those little hidden gems of the places we know where we can get balloons but the little guy is so targeted, but they have buying power. Because
absolutely.
They look little.
Yeah, but they're not. And the other cool, interesting thing is, you're gonna love this. I gave him my WOW card and then invited him to WOW.
Which is amazing. And I think that I love that the little guy is thinking big, and the bigger guys are now entertaining what they're perceiving is the littler guys, because the littler guys have such a huge breadth of experience because of all the things that they've been doing.
I think what we're talking about here is the perception. So people have the perception of like not getting into that industry because they say, oh, it's too competitive, or they've been in that business for many years. They don't want to disrupt that. Case in point, look at us. This is, and again, this is the conversation I had with Bob, that this is a $52 billion industry, that you have the players in this this industry that have been doing this for 30, 40 years. And they have accumulated a lot of funding, capital resources and stuff. And yet when push came to shove, they didn't do what was right for their members. We come here out of nowhere and start disrupting by doing innovating new things, introducing technology, Q and everything. And we're innovating and trying things differently and always experimenting. We're like a laboratory of networking, for the networking world. And we're experimenting new things, doing interviews and all this other stuff, thinking outside the box, doing things, innovating new stuff that hasn't been done before. And I think that's the most exciting part of WOW that makes us different from any other organization. In fact, I'll let you in a little secret. Bob told me that he has a networking group in Toronto, Canada, that he wants us to get involved with. So he wants to bring them to WOW and create a bridge to that.
Yeah, which is amazing. And I think that one of the things that keeps me, I wake up in the morning and my first thought is, okay, so now I got to get together and how am I going to be wowing somebody today?
Right.
Because while we do have a format and we do have a structure, one of the things that I love about WOW as an organization is that we're willing to experiment and change things and try things and to listen to our members.
Yes.
Because if we can't serve our members,
right,
then then we're not doing what you and I love to do every day. And that's kind of, ooh, that's a really great idea. Let's try that and see, when Q came to us, now I keep saying to people, if you had your Q code, you wouldn't have to copy that down. And they're like, oh my God, I forgot to do that. So that's, definitely something that's valuable.
Are you ready for this? I know the question of the week for next week, and we're going to talk about it. I know it's right here.
It's in your head. Okay.
It's in my head. Are you ready for this? And I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put it out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about, because one of the things that you and I have, and people have said this, is passion. We have a lot of passion. And a lot of people lack of that in business, particularly when they've been in business for 20, 30 years, they don't have that passion that they had in the beginning. So that would be a good, interesting question of the week for next week is do you lack passion, or what kind of passions? Something to think about that. It's just in your business, because people have to become more passionate in their business and everything that. So welcome back, everybody. How was that?
It's great. So yeah,
we're thinking ahead, just so you guys know. We're thinking about the next question of the week, by the way. That's how far
we're already on
the next question of the week. But this is how we plan ahead. We think ahead of. We're really strategic, by the way. We'll always plan.
I know you guys to be strategic, and that's why Robert decided to join us again.
Oh wow, that's excellent. And then the other Bob might be joining us too, Bob Lane. Just as a FYI, I'm excited about that. That we may be working with Bob Lane and coming soon. So I'm excited. Welcome back, everybody. How was that?
Wow. It's always great.
Like I would say, well, that was it. And Robert, can you tell these wonderful folks how they can continue the one-to-ones and save that chat, which is important?
So go down to the bottom of your screen, click on your chat where where you see your chat. And when you go to the bottom of that, there's next to the smiley face, there's 3 little dots. Click on the 3 little dots. It'll say save chat. And all you have to do is click on save chat and it will be there.
And if you want to be on the newsletter list, there's 2 ways to get on the newsletter. Number 1, you can put your email in the chat. Number 2, you can also go to our website and there's a sign up for our newsletter. So you can sign up there for our newsletter. That's
and
actually
just
the more quickly.
Piggybacking on that, please, guys, there's so much new information on the website. So if you haven't been onto the website recently, please go on, spend some time going through the website, winningonwednesday.com. You're going to see the tiers of membership. You're going to see all the different groups that are going to be moving forward, all different kinds of really exciting things. If you need us, you know where to find us. Thank you so much for everything. this new year is going to be absolutely amazing. And we're so grateful to all of you.
Absolutely. And for the folks that want to stay for the marketing committee, we'll be starting shortly. So thank you again for coming for Winning on Wednesday, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Okay.